What's up, guys? Nick here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Mother timeline. Now, if you guys don't know, the Mother series is a Nintendo franchise consisting of 3 games: Mother 1, Mother 2, and Mother 3. Now, you guys may know Mother 2, which is known as EarthBound in America, released in 1995, and NES, which is in multiple Smash Brothers games. And you guys also may know Mother 1, which is known as EarthBound Beginnings, which came out last year in June. And then you also have Mother 3, but you guys may not know it. It was released in 2006, and it was only released in Japan. But you guys may know Lucas, which is in the game, and he's in Smash Bros. Brawl and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS as DLC. But each of these games are completely wonderful. I absolutely love them. They each have a great story to them, and they're really fun to play. I've done a Let's Play of EarthBound and Mother 3. I haven't done one of Mother 1 yet, but I might do in the future. And yeah, today I'm going to be discussing how all 3 of these games kind of combine into one, and how they are related to one another. And yeah, how like the main characters are related to each other and stuff like that. I'll also be mentioning some of the other games, like the fan-made game Mother 4 and what I feel about it, how I feel like it goes into the timeline, and also Undertale and EarthBound Halloween Hack, and how I feel like they go into the timeline too. So yeah, if you didn't know already, there's going to be major spoilers for each game. So I don't really want to spoil these games for you because they have a great story to them, and if you haven't played any of these games, then I recommend not watching it. But if you have played 1 or 2 of these games, then I will put in the description each game and when I talk about them. So like maybe I'll talk about Mother 2 10 minutes in, but I'll put in the description of when I talk about them. So yeah, without further ado, let's start with Mother 1. So on Mother 1, the game starts out with this giant paragraph of information, and it says, in the early 1900s, a dark shadow fell over a rural town in America. Shortly after, a married couple mysteriously vanished. The man's name was George, the woman's name was Maria. 2 years later, George returned home, but never told anyone where he had been or what he had done. Instead, he deeply immersed himself in a strange research. As for his wife, Maria, she never returned. So yeah, in Mother 1, we do learn about George. He is Nintendo's great-grandfather, and we do know what he was learning about, which was PSI, as we see in George's diary in the game. And as for Maria, we find out that she was in Nintendo's magic hand known as Queen Mary. And yeah, when they got vanished, George and Maria actually raised Gige, which is the physical form of Gygus, and Maria basically sang this song to him in order to, I guess, tame him. And Maria forgot that song in Magic Cant, where she was known as Queen Mary, and Nintendo's job was to find the 8 melodies in order to get that music back and to tame Gige again. So that's basically the entire story of Mother 1, and Mother 1 takes place in 1988, as it says in the Japanese version, and a lot of people say that Nintendo and NES are related, and my theory is that they are related, but not in the way where Nintendo is the dad of NES, because Mother 1 takes place in 1988, and Nintendo's like 10 years old there, and then EarthBound takes place in 1990X, where NES is 10 years old also. And so Nintendo would have to have a baby at 1 year later, at 11 years old, and have NES, which just is not really that, I guess, realistic. So that theory is just not accurate. It could be a theory of Teddy being Nintendo's or NES's dad, but my theory is that Nintendo and Ness share the same dad. So, at the end of Mother, we have this little paragraph saying, "I know that boy is home. Come on, son, answer the phone. Something new has come up." And yeah, so that's how it ends. And we know that it's obviously referring to, I guess, Gygus attacking in the past. I don't know how Nintendo's dad knows that, but yeah, it's basically describing that EarthBound is happening, and we have to that Nintendo has to do something about it. So my theory is that I guess Nintendo doesn't answer the phone and he doesn't respond or anything, and that Nintendo's dad then calls Ness, which is his second son, and that's when the events of EarthBound happened. So yeah, that's how I feel like Nintendo's dad is, because Nintendo's dad, I feel like, has two families. He is divorced, and he has Ness's family and Nintendo's family. And that's how I feel like they how something new has happened, and then he presents it to Ness, and that's why he's always away. Maybe in EarthBound he's always at Nintendo's house or near that area, but then in Mother 1 he's in Ness's house and near that area doing business there. So yeah, Nintendo and Ness share the same dad is my theory. Anyway, as for EarthBound, basically the game, it's you collect the 8 melodies again to kind of just touch into Ness's magic hand, and then be able to defeat the evil inside of him and go to defeat Gygus. So yeah, and then in EarthBound, the year is 1990X, and Ness gets a Franklin badge from Paula. Now, in Mother 1, we get the Franklin badge from Pippi. There's actually a second Franklin badge in the factory, but we don't really know if there's a third Franklin badge. But my theory is that there is, because if we see Paula's father and her mother, they do not look like Pippi, or they don't look like Teddy, because Teddy's like the oldest in Mother 1, and I feel like he could be a father to one of the children in Mother 2. But we do see that Paula's dad has blonde hair, so that theory is unreliable. And so I feel like that there are 3 Franklin badges, and that you get one from Pippi, you get one from the factory, and you get one from Paula. But we don't really know if there are more Franklin badges than that, because we do get one in the factory, but we don't know if that factory like stopped making Franklin badges, or if that's like the only one. We don't really know. But anyway, that's basically it for Mother 2. But and then Mother 3 happens, but there also is an alternate dimension where in EarthBound Halloween Hack, Ness, Pooh, Paula, and Jeff don't make it back from defeating Gygus in the past, and that the phase distorter breaks, and when they try to use it, Ness turns into Sans, and the events of Undertale happen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should look at the game theory. They did a theory on that, and I feel like it should be an alternate dimension, because they're in the original EarthBound, they do return back to Earth in the present time, but in the Halloween Hack, basically Dr. Antonis kills 4 kids because he couldn't get them back from the past to get to the present. And I'm guessing Ness and Starman tried to use the phase distorter, but instead they turn into skeletons, and then you got Papyrus and Sans, and the events of Undertale happen. But anyway, how I feel like EarthBound and Mother 3 connect is the white ship. Now, if you guys don't know, the white ship is the thing that brought everybody from the real world to the Nowhere Islands. Now, we know about this towards the end of the story, where the guy named Letter, which is the guy in the top right corner, he tells us that the real world basically got destroyed, and the only thing that was living was the Nowhere Islands because of the dragon that was sleeping underneath it, and yeah, it was keeping it protected from the world from destroying. So it was the only like real piece of land that was still alive. And the people that I feel like boarded the white ship were Kumatara, Wes, Alec, Duster, or not Duster, Flint, Hinawa, and Letter, and then also Ness and Paula. I feel like Porky or Pokey basically got transported from one Dr. Anton's inventions, which also another invention made him live forever, and I guess the same invention got used for Dr. Anton's because both of them were still alive, and they were the same age. So I don't know if they were on the white ship or if they just teleported there with their inventions or Dr. Anton's inventions, but yeah. And I feel like Ness and Paula are the mother and father of Flint, and I'll talk about that later. And then you have Wes, who's the father of Duster, and Alec, who's the father of Hinawa. Anyway, so the reason I feel like Ness is Flint's father is because in chapter 4, or no, in chapter 2, when you play as Duster and you're going to Oslo Castle, you see these zombies, and you have a zombie lady and a zombie man. And the zombie lady looks a lot like Hinawa, and then the zombie man looks a lot like Ness. And so Hinawa actually dies throughout the game towards the beginning at the end of chapter 1. And seeing that she looks a lot similar to Ness, I feel like that Ness died very closely to Hinawa. So maybe he died a year before or earlier than Hinawa did. And so yeah, that's why he's still a zombie, and that's why he looks as good as Hinawa does as a zombie. And I like how they have the dress torn up, because if you remember, in Mother 3, Hinawa's dress got torn up from a twig, and you see it on a twig that Boney points out. And then Ness, you can't tell me that that zombie man does not look like Ness. He has the same striped shirt, even has the baseball cap on. I don't know why he's still wearing that at like age 80 or something. I don't know how old he was. But yeah, and then I feel like after Ness died, I feel like that's the reason that Porky attacked. He's like, okay, the guy who defeated Gaius is now dead. I can go raid this Nowhere's Islands and destroy everyone. And that's basically what Porky/Pokey did. But yeah, and then that's also the reason why Ness, he gives the Franklin badge to Flint, and then Flint, I guess, gets it all dirty, and then he's like, it's a courage badge. And then the Mr. Saturns clean it up, and he basically gives it to Lucas, and he has the Franklin badge, and that's basically what I feel like about it. Then at the end of Mother 3, if you guys don't know, the world basically resets. Lucas pulls the final needle, the dragon awakes, all hell breaks loose, tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanoes, all that stuff, and a bunch of craziness happens. And then apparently Mother 4 happens, because when I looked up Mother 4 and I looked up the setting and everything, on Wikipedia it said that Mother 4 takes place in 1970X. And then I looked up an FAQ from the official Mother 4 website, and it kind of said that Mother 4 takes place after Mother 3, hensing the title Mother 4. So, my theory is that the world resets, so it is possible that the world resets and then 1970X happens, but in another world as it resets. And I kind of feel like that's why the like little teardrop of the world, and that's the symbol right there, I feel like that's the reason why, is because the world resets and then 1970X happens again, but differently, making Mother 4. If that makes any sense, because having the setting as 1970X makes a little bit of sense, seeing that the world resets in Mother 3. So yeah. Anyway, that is the Mother timeline, and that's my theories of how I feel like the three games connect, slash 4, I guess you can say. And as for Mother 4, it looks great. I can't wait for it to be released. They do say that they're still working on it, and yeah, I might do a let's play of it if whenever it comes out. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, that is the Mother timeline. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you have any theories of yourselves. And yeah, and stay tuned for other things gaming right here on Until Nick. Bye.